going around saying God, 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 God. But anyway, so I'm just glad you brought that part up about the professionalism, because I'm all about that.
Very good. And that's obvious by the way you carry yourself, things like that. It's very important, and this is the type of influence that, believe it or not, you can begin to have right now in your circle of influence. This past week, a young guy came into the school, to replace some of the equipment, hardware. One of the laptops needed a hard drive, so he came in. They got another vendor, outside vendor, do that kind of stuff. So he comes in there. From the minute he hits the door to my office, the entire time, well, number one, when he first walked in, he lit up the room with cigarettes. You smell like a smokestack. All right, now if you in bondage to a tree, that's another lesson. But if you got to do that, you got to do something about that, man, so that you don't come in and light up the office. And from the time he hit the door to the time he left, he continually and constantly complained about the job. And he talked about how it took him so long to get this job in this particular field. He had gone to school back in 2005, and he's just getting a job in the field here in 2015. And I wanted to tell him, I understand why. You man, I wouldn't hire you myself because you complain. How many of y'all know complaining is Babylon? Yes. You complain and you lit up a room. You lit up a room. I don't need to know what you've been doing before you got here based on your smell.
That's right. That's right.
Non-professional, see. And then we wanna blame somebody else, or a white man, that we can't get a job.
Come on now.
No, you the problem. Because I wouldn't hire you. And I'm black. And I have compassion for black African American people. But I'm not going to lower my standard to help them. Because I'm not helping you if I lower my standard. I got to bring you up to a higher standard. Now I'm helping you. Okay? So understand what this kingdom lifestyle looks like, what it's all about when it comes to representing the king. It's professionalism. And that means that we invest in ourselves to get to that professional level. That means I'm not having to go and take some classes or something. Because what I'm supposed to be doing, I need to be at the top. In order to create massive amounts of influence in my sphere, I need to be recognized as the elite. Oh boy, y'all. I need to be recognized as the elite in my sphere. So I take full advantages. Oh, I'm talking to somebody now. When the door opens for training, I take full advantage of that because I'm the elite. I don't sit back and say, I ain't got to do it. I ain't going.
Come on, that's good.
That's good. Nobody staying late for that stuff. No, you ain't kingdom.
Come on.
I've got to go to church. That's your problem.
Come on.
You're religious.
Wow.
No, I take full advantage of that when that door opens because I'm the elite.
That's good. Father, please add on to that. Tell folks to start taking that religiousity language to when they go into the marketplace. Praise the Lord. God bless you.
Leave that home.
Yeah. People will fire you behind it. They would find reasons to fire you behind it.
Understand, shift, know how to go through different environments. Be a priest where you're supposed to be the priest. Be the king where you're supposed to be the king. All right? Understand that.
Also, the gift know where you're at.
Right.
Wow.
You submit to the gift know where you're at.
That's very good, Prophet.
And you understand that the gift will shine forth.
Right.
I took an illustration. I shared one time before how I couldn't figure out what was going on in this pump station. And I went home and the Lord spoke to me and told me what was going on. And I went back and told him exactly what was going on. We were out. We were doing stuff that was running 30, 40 years. Couldn't figure it out. And the gift brought that solution back to me. I had dad said no church.
Right, right.
He told him what was going on. And they did exactly what the governor said, and cleared the whole problem.
Wow. Wow.
So we get to know where you're at.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You want to get an increase? Start operating in your gift, in your place of assignment outside of church. You want to get an increase. You want people to start showing up and blessing you with finances that you didn't work for. Start flowing in your gifting in your place of assignment and stop focusing on 5 o'clock coming so you can get out of there. Isaac sold in that land, meaning that he can't, God told him, this is where you go. Don't go to Egypt, go to Gerar. And he went there, he set up shop there, he sold. What did he sow? He operated in his gift. My God, I can't wait till we get to the law of sowing and reaping. Because we have been so duped. If you think it just has to do with money. And not only that, but sowing and reaping are two different issues. It's the law of sowing and it's the law of reaping. All you've been taught to do is sow. They said nothing to you but reaping. Now here you go, okay? So you sow. What is the most valuable resource you have? For me, is my gift. The most valuable thing I have. And you might be in a season of life where the financial realm has not caught up with reality yet. I said that right. Come on now. Your financial realm has not caught up to kingdom reality yet. Still not lacking nothing. All right. So you're not operating with monetary sowing to a large degree. Which means that there's another resource that you have that you got to be working with. Most likely your gift. If you're sitting on your gift and like you said, don't have no money, you're in a bad place, man. Man, I said something right there. I said if you're sitting on your gift and you're saying you don't have money, you're in a bad place. Because you're sitting on the one thing that can produce what you need.
I just want to say that the gift really does make a difference. Your gift.
Yes.
You know, a lot of times we see it as being in one place, like in a church is fine, but sometimes you got to take it beyond the church, you know, and let your gift be to the world or to the marketplace. I was instructed by the Holy Spirit to go somewhere this week, and I come back with $700 and some a month added to me just by going out and letting my gift shine in the marketplace.
Wow.
So it makes a difference. The
Oh, yeah.
resources in the gift.
Oh yes.
And you've been doing it all your life.
Oh yeah.
Go back and take a look at what you've been doing all of your life. Because if the gift is the blueprint, it's been there.
Right.
And you've been doing it and you're trying to cover it up with other things. But tap into the gift. The gift has all the resources, everything that you need
Yes.
to go forth in the kingdom.
Yes. Grace abounds progressively. You have to begin with the law of use. The law of use says you use something to produce something that you want to receive. You got to find your entry point, your starting point. And for most of us, that's going to be the gift. So I start producing, start investing my gift, even if I'm not charging anybody anything. This is a spiritual principle. It's a spiritual principle. So then, because you're operating in this principle of sowing your gift, the law is working. And things start showing up. Things start showing up. So now, you use what's showing up. You use what's showing up, right, to, I ain't been trained on that one, probably. Okay, so I use what's showing up to get a resource that has greater capacity and potential. Grace has abounded. So now I got another resource. Now I've started another business. Now I've got something that God can always pour into. Isaiah says, day and night my gate's going to be open. Lord's working for me. Lord never sleeps.
That's right.
So now use what that's producing to go out and get another resource. Resources are the keys. Michael Jordan just moved to billionaire status. He has not played basketball in years. Basketball was his major gift. His investments and his endorsements are a minor gift. Your minor gift always produces more wealth than your major gift. Your major gift is what you do for fulfillment. It's what you're passionate about. So he's passionate about basketball, but basketball didn't get him to billionaire status. The minor gift did. Come on, Wills. We do this. I'm passionate about this. This is tapping into my major gift. But this won't produce the lifestyle financially that I'm purposed to live in the kingdom. There's minor gifts that I have. Skills, technology, these sorts of things. I will make a lot of money in technology by leveraging that skill. That's what's going to produce lifestyle for me, brother. Not this. 50 Cent, his major is rapping. He don't make the money rapping. His minor is writing lyrics, real estate investments, and the record label. That's his minor. That's what produces the wealth for him. And his net wealth is off the chain. The world is doing things that we should have been doing before they even started. We are far behind. Look at, I'm finished now because we're on break. Look at how Floyd Mayweather has branded himself. It's his minor gifts that's outproducing what he makes in the ring. Do you understand? He got paid, what was it? Burger King paid what, $100,000, just had the stupid bag walk behind him. Was it a big?
It was $1 million.
$1 million Burger King paid this man just to be in the picture.
Wow.
So when he comes out the locker room, the Burger King bird was walking behind him. They paid $1 million just for that. He made $130 million on the fight. With the rest of the endorsements, I guarantee you he made more on the endorsements. This man, I'm mad at him because I think this. But that's a kingdom principle. That's a kingdom principle. I'm learning something from it.
Yes. I just thank God for allowing me to be here today to get confirmation of some things that I've been dealing with and whatever. And just this week, and you talking about passion of your gifts, I have always been the type of person that whatever I could do for you, I would do it. Whether it means taking something from me and giving it to you, that was yours. And mind you, I haven't been working since October of last year because I've been going through chemo and different things. But God has really blessed me in the sense where I done got to the point now where just because I'm working don't mean nothing to me. And I thank him for that. You know, because I always felt that I would never get nothing if I didn't go to work for it, you know. But going through what I have been through, and just this week, knowing how I really care about people, and me and my daughter was talking this morning on the way here. I was telling her, she said, Ma, you know, your house is a counselor house and a house for people that don't have nowhere to stay. And I told her, I said, yeah, boo. I said, you know, I've always wanted, my passion was to build this big old house and to accept people that didn't have nowhere to go, and to take care of them and to put them on the right track to go back out in the world. And I told her, I said, you know what? I said, that's what I'm looking forward to. I said, and she said, well, this week, a young lady that's in school now, she graduated in June, perfect A student, quiet, beautiful girl. I didn't know her from Adam or Eve. And she needed the lady that she was staying with because her mom got rid of her at the age of 13. Her mom lives in New Jersey and she's staying down here. Her dad she can't be around him because all he do is curse and fuss, and there were some things he tried to do to her. And one of my daughters, the one that I raised, she knew this girl, and this young lady called her and was crying and told her that the lady that she was staying with put her out because she didn't have no money to give her. So my daughter brought her to our house, and she said, Mom, is it okay if Audrey stays with us tonight? I said, yes. I said, yes, she's welcome to stay here. And she stayed there that night, and the young lady, she's 18. She sleeps with her Bible. She reads the Bible. It's like she knows what God has in store for her. And just to have her to sit there and I talk with her, and the lady that had her clothes and thing, took them and threw them out in the, not in the dumpster, in the ditch. When she went to pick her clothes up, she put her clothes and stuff in the ditch. And she called me at home and she was crying. And I told her, I said, baby, it's okay. It's okay. I said, you just hold on to God's word. I said, and always put God first and see where he's gonna take you. Because her mindset is she wants to go to college, where she's supposed to go as soon as she graduates. And she wants to be a doctor. And I said, you keep that mind frame. I said, keep it and don't let nobody sway you from that. I said, and see where you can be. But I said, and then to come here today and say, you know, for Pastor Prophet Ralph to say that I am liking nothing. I was telling my friend right here a while ago, I said, I don't have that car yet, but I'm liking nothing. I said, it's not even gonna be a car from on side the road, because I'm liking nothing. I said, I'm gonna put that biggest tag on that car and said, I'm liking nothing. Allow me to be a blessing to her. She didn't know me and I didn't know her, but she sent me a text last night. She said, Mom, she said, I'm going to New Jersey in the morning. She said, I'm not even going to the prom, and I'm not going to finish school down here. But the principal told her that all he had to do was write a paper, and she could finish up there in New Jersey and just come back down here and walk across the stage. Amen. I said, that's a blessing. She said, but I love you. She said, because I've never met a woman like you before in my life. And I just thank God. Just thank God.
Amen. I want to say this real quick, and then we're going to break. The blueprint, God has been giving you pictures, glimpses, and flashes of things from that blueprint. I had said, and this was in my mind, my next house, I kept saying, I want no yard, because I'm not a yard person, I'm going to cut no grass. Give me a townhouse or something like that. I kept saying that. So I won't cut no grass. I'm no yard person. I won't travel. I won't be stuck in no house doing yard work. And then the Holy Spirit reminded me of something. I had seen myself in this townhouse, but I had grass on my pants. I had just come in the house from cutting the grass. That's the blueprint. Now, why is he showing me that? Because I'm in conflict with him. I need to shift my mindset. And not only that now, so when the time and season arrives for that to manifest, this house, I'm going to know what I'm looking for. I've been in